Mistakes are often perceived to be bad, and we try to keep them away. The more mistakes a person makes, the less intelligent the person is assumed to be. But I have a different opinion on that front. The more mistakes a person makes, the more the person learns. To me, mistakes are opportunities to learn something new, something we didn't know before. There is a bit of magic hidden in every mistake. I call that the magic of mistakes. Hey there, welcome back. You're with me on Be a Moon, Not a Star. More importantly, learning from our mistakes doesn't happen automatically. It requires thinking and reflection. Now I would like to share with you my reflection on the 3 lessons I have learned from the mistakes I made in my life. The magic of mistake 1, fall down. When I was young, I remember the frustration I went through learning a bicycle. All my friends were able to ride their bicycle, but all I could do was just fall from the bicycle and never pedal again. I made mistakes after mistakes, even sometimes a little bumps and bruises. Someday I could notice myself getting better. I was able to balance my hands and legs together at the same time, focusing on the road. I began to pedal with more confidence this time. The bike begins rolling. Then, like magic, the new world opened up to me. That was the first magic of mistake I found when I was young. As Winston Churchill said, success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. The magic of mistake 2, the other side of the coin. A few years ago, I lost around $10,000 in investment. I was upset about it for a few months. I just did nothing but slept like a baby during those months, which meant I woke up crying every few hours. My mind couldn't stop thinking about how bad decision it was. It's no wonder we get distressed, losing a whole lot of money for nothing. Of course, when we try coming to the boundaries of what we learned, it's okay to make some mistakes. Yes, it took a while for me to understand. The amount of money I lost in the investment was not a failure. It's a fee that I paid to learn the experience. In other words, experience is making mistakes and learning from them. A person who tries to keep the mistakes at the bay would never see the other side of the coin. Thomas Edison was credited for his saying, "I have not failed. I found 10,000 ways that won't work." The world would be a much more darker place if he had failed to make mistakes. The magic of mistake 3, mistake hurts others. Years ago, I booked a flight to attend my cousin's wedding. I was traveling by taxi to the JFK airport from Connecticut. But unfortunately, the road was jam-packed. I was frustrated and worried to be late for my flight. Luckily, I was able to make it to the airport. As soon as I had finished with my baggage check-in, I moved forward to the screening queue. Oh man, there was a long chain of curved queues. In fact, the queues looked like a giant anaconda. My mind couldn't stop thinking about what would happen if I missed to catch my flight. Nope, I couldn't even imagine about it because I promised my cousin that I will be there for his wedding. Tick, tick, tick. I heard an announcement. The flight ET-102 will depart from JFK in 20 minutes. I was so frustrated and worried that how I am going to catch my flight. And how could I convince my cousin if I missed catching my flight? Minutes later, I heard another announcement. The flight ET-102 will depart from JFK in 5 minutes. Sadly, I called my cousin and informed him that I missed my flight. I heard nothing back from him, but a quiet silence for a few seconds. Then he just hung up the call. From then on, I make sure that I arrive at the destination at the earliest possible. Because we never know what might come up. We may be in traffic congestion, even running on fumes, or who knows, sometime parking can be more time killing, and the possibilities are endless. I wish I could tell you that mistakes don't hurt, but unfortunately, some will hurt and leave us with an unforgettable lesson to learn. Now let's look back on the 3 magic of mistakes that I mentioned today. Number 1. Every time I fall off the bicycle, I learned something new about riding. In reality, something newly learned is often called experience. Number 2. If I fear of making mistakes or avoiding mistakes, I would have never seen the other side of the coin. Now my investment portfolio looks far better than before. And number 3. Every other mistakes I made growing as an adult never failed to teach me. Of course, some will hurt a lot more than others, but they always leave us with an unforgettable lesson to learn. I learned being punctual shows the love and respect I have for others. As we know, making the mistakes is the way we are all designed to learn. Life with no mistakes or learnings would never bring magics into our lives. Make mistakes and make a memorable lesson.